And we're live. All right. I'd like to, well, first of all, I'm Mwest, and I'd like to welcome everybody to the first Yin and Yang Pokemon Go podcast. And before I introduce Kyle, my co host, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. And then after he introduces himself, then we'll talk a little bit about what the show is all about. I am a Pokemon Go level 41 player. I started playing back in 2016. I took a huge break in between and started playing back during COVID. Started really playing because of remote raid passes. One of my good buddies started inviting me. I got really into the game again. I would play whenever I'd be working out or on a treadmill to pass the time, and had lots of fun with it. I'm also into technology. I started streaming, just jumping into different Discords and mixing it up with the community a little bit. And I was able to meet Kyle, which is another hardcore Pokemon Go player and also a fellow streamer. And everything just kind of fell into place. And here we are doing our first Pokemon Go podcast together. So I'd like to welcome Kyle, my co-host, and tell us a little bit about yourself, Kyle.
What's up, Mwest? How you doing?
Pretty good.
So my name's Kyle. I started playing in 2019. I got started playing because my wife plays. She was pretty much a day one player, or maybe a couple days after, and she quit for a couple years. And then in 2019, it was back on Community Day in March that she decided that she wanted to open the game up, and she caught a shiny Bagon. And at that time, I didn't know what that was or anything. But in April, I decided to start playing. I was working at a place where I was doing a lot of walking. So started playing and, just built up, just kept catching stuff. And here we are.
All right. I was updating the title because I apparently had it on Destiny. A game that I enjoy playing. So let me finish updating that Pokemon Go. All right. Yeah, that one and done. All right. So since this is our first podcast, I think it's beneficial for us to kind of walk through who we are, give you our thoughts and opinions about, I guess, a variety of different topics. And Sam kind of put together this long list of kind of just talking points and things that we want you guys to know about us. And I guess once you guys get familiar with us and you start following us at our different socials and whatnot, and this gets going, we won't need this list, but at least you know who we are right now and where we're coming from. So the first thing that we wanted to talk about are the reasons why we started this podcast. And I think one of the reasons why I wanted to get into it is I kind of like the networking aspect. I like technology. I think Pokemon Go has a variety of different game modes that people don't know about. There's the PvP part of it. There's the raiding part of it. There's the collection part of it. There's just like the shiny hunting. There's so many different avenues you can go down with this game. And then the community is awesome. I'm in several chats and Discords with a lot of really nice guys, and it's just a really nice community, especially during this time where everybody was kind of apart, playing Pokemon Go with these guys, sending messages, thanking each other, just being normal, nice people. It was really exciting and fun to me. So I kind of want to share that experience, the enjoyment, the love of the game with other people, talk about it, have fun with Sam, and why not? Why not do it all on stream and share those fun thoughts and memories and gameplay? So, Kyle, why are you playing? What's the reason for this podcast? I'm sorry.
Well, the reason for this podcast is, I like talking about the game. I enjoyed meeting new people.
Mm-hmm.
I've met a lot of people that are really close friends of mine now. And it's just the social aspect of the game has been lacking because of the whole pandemic and whatnot. So just being able to talk to you and other people in our group, really helps, the mental aspect of everything, and, keep a level head, and, it's fun. I mean, we do a lot of banter and go
Yep.
back and forth when we make fun of each other, and it's all good and it's fun. And this podcast allows me to share my experiences, especially because I'm a grinder. I do play harder than a lot of people,
Okay.
and that's one of the reasons why we came up with the name Yin and Yang. I mean, you have two sides of you know two halves coming together to form one. I
Right.
mean, Mwest is your casual player, and then I'm the grinder. So you'll get to hear two different sides of what we think about events, and you know, and I get to share my experience of what I catch, and how much I usually do in a day, and raids and everything. And the other part is this gets me out of my comfort zone because I
Okay.
am not used to talking on stream. Like, well, I stream, but this is going to help me,
Right.
get a little bit better. And it helps. I mean, Twitch is kind of weird because you're talking, and especially if you don't have a platform yet,
Right.
sometimes you're talking to nobody, and it's hard to stay motivated to just talk about what you like. So that's the main reason for me, is just to get out of my comfort zone.
All right, and then some of the goals that we have for this show. I think some of the goals that we've kind of talked about were, telling people how to kind of set goals for themselves, how to, I guess, get to level 50, share our experiences, talk about the news, talk about PvP, uh, give our thoughts or opinions about different Pokemon and things coming out. So I think those are some of my initial goals for this show. What about you, Sam?
Uh, my goals are pretty straightforward. I want people to feel like they are with me on my journey while
Uh,
playing the game. I'm gonna share a lot of stories, and just things that I've come across in the game, and experiences I've had. And I mean, I am level 50, so I've I've put in the work, I guess, if you want to put
right.
it that way. And we're gonna let people know about events coming up and what we think about it, and or what we think can improve, or we're not gonna be like, oh, this is such a great game. We have things that we do not like about the game, and we will be talking about it on different shows. So
What up, Ryan? Okay.
uh,
We want to mention our socials. They should be right below. So you have our Gmail, our IG, and Twitter, and then you have some of sorry, we have our Gmail and IG, and then you have Cal's Twitter and his IG. So guys, please go out and follow. We'll be posting stuff regularly. If you guys have questions or things that you want to ask us or things that you want us to talk about on the show, let us know, and then we'll grab it from there and bring it to you guys. Next up, let's see what else we have on this list of things we should be discussing today. How did we get into Pokemon Go? Did you watch a show, play the video game, or card game? So let me go ahead and switch it to my close up view. So, so Pokemon. I guess I started hearing about Pokemon in high school. The song or the cartoon would come on as I'd be getting ready for school. Um, and I was like, what is that? It used to get me hype. I used to wait for it every morning, but I didn't tell anybody in school I was watching Pokemon. Later on, I ended up playing, I guess, Red and Blue on the Game Boy. And then I also got like the yellow version on a blue Game Boy that I could remember that I had. From there, I probably skipped everything on Nintendo 64, on Wii U, and then I started playing Pokemon Go when it came out in like 2016. Let's Go Eevee was something that I picked up, but I didn't really get into it. And I've been playing Pokemon Go off and on for a really long time, into the characters, the theme music. So the whole genre is something that's been a part of, like, not my complete childhood, but been with me for a long time. So Sam, what about you? How long have you been playing Pokemon? Or what have you played, or what have you experienced?
so I was not into any of the games or shows or
Can't believe
anything.
you just
Card
said
game,
that.
nothing. Yeah, I was into nothing. Like I believe it came out in what 1997 was the when the show came
Mm-hmm.
on, I believe. And I didn't want no part of it. I was doing
What?
other stuff, and it was just not something. I didn't watch a lot of TV growing up, so I do love the music now,
Yep.
but
How could you
it
not
was
love
just
that
something that
and get
I never
hype?
got into.
Right? Okay.
I mean, but it's funny though because I mean, if it wasn't for my wife, I wouldn't be playing. And you know
Mm-hmm.
what? She says that if I started playing in 2016, or if I
Uh-huh.
was into it, I wouldn't be playing now. And I believe she's correct because there were a lot of things that about the game that just was like kind of a dead end. But yeah, I wasn't into any of the stuff. No card games, no nothing. I kind of wish I was into the cards because I would have a collection now since they're back in everyone wants them.
Right.
So
All right. All right, so let's see what else we have on the list. How would you order your type of gameplay between the four different options? So you have catching Pokemon, raids, holding gyms, and PvP. I'd probably want to say PvP would be like my first go-to. That's probably what I enjoyed the most when coming back. As soon as I start playing again, I spent all my coins on a bunch of moves. Didn't know what I was doing. Jumped right into PvP and thought it was a blast and had a great time doing it. I didn't realize how much fun it was. Previously, and when I came back, it was just, I don't know, one thing I wanted to do the most. My next favorite thing to do is probably raids, and it probably should be catching Pokemon. But I enjoy raids so much because now that they have remote raids, and it's something that I couldn't do unless I was at work and I saw the group of guys downstairs, and then I would try to jump in the raids. And I thought it was always a cool idea. All these random people getting together at this location and doing this one big event, catching this super hard to catch Pokemon, and I don't know, just always excited me. And then I enjoy catching Pokemon, but I've finally got over my FOMO, my fear of missing out. So like, just because I don't get something today doesn't mean I won't get it later on. So I'm not as worried as I used to be. And then probably holding gyms. I recently just got back into jumping in gyms, and it's probably thanks to Ryan throwing me in gyms sometimes. And like, there were no gyms close by me, so it was hard to really get into it. And then with COVID and all of us working from home, I really didn't care about gyms until I realized I needed coins to buy raid passes, and then that all started clicking again. So that's kind of my list of how I things I like. So how about you, Sam? What do you like? What's your list?
so probably number one on the list is raids. I love doing raids. Uh, remote raids are fun and all because you can do them wherever you want, anywhere in the world. But
Mm-hmm.
I miss doing raids in person. Uh, that's where I had a lot of fun driving to the different gyms and getting a train of people going, and or even just everyone just jumping into a car and just going to do raids. I miss all the social aspects of it. I miss the EX raid gyms where there was a certain Pokemon that if you did raids, you would get these like special invites to battle on a certain day with everyone, and everyone would show up at this one gym,
Really?
and it was nuts. Yeah, they would be like, all right, so who's Mystic, who's Valor, who's Instinct, and then it's like, all right, so Instinct goes in now, and then Valor, and then Mystic, and it was nuts. There's so many people at the gym just waiting for it, especially like when Mewtwo came out
Uh-huh.
in the EX Rangers. Everybody was trying to get those passes. Like you can get up to 3, I believe, or you could hold 2, but you would have to use one in order to get another one. So I miss that, and especially when Mewtwo became shiny, like everyone. I think they had it shiny with Shadow Ball, so that was the big draw. Like everyone wanted Shadow Ball. So I was lucky though. I got I got 2 shiny Mewtwo's with Shadow Ball,
Uh-huh.
and at the time it was like wow. But now with the elite TMs, it doesn't really mean anything anymore because you can
Right.
just TM everything. So raids are first,
Okay.
and then I'd say catching Pokemon is second.
Okay.
At first, all I really did was shiny check, and I didn't really catch anything. It was in the
Wait.
last year that I really started catching.
So how do you shiny check? So are you just clicking on it, looking to see if it's shining, and just running away from it?
Yep.
And you still have how many Pokemon caught?
Well,
20,
now I do now, but at first,
227,000? Wow.
well, that only happened within the last year
Wow.
that I did that. The first year, I really
Uh-huh.
wasn't catching anything. I think my catch total like at the end of 2019 was probably around like 30,000, I would think, or maybe 40,000 Pokemon.
So still higher than my catch rate,
Yeah, yeah.
even at your lowest.
And all I did was shiny check. I pretty much shiny checked everything.
Wow.
So
All right.
that's why I had so many shinies. But it was in the last year that I was like, all right, I'm gonna make an effort to just catch everything. I set a goal for last year to by the end to have 100,000 catches.
Okay.
I ended up with almost 200,000 catches. I'd say
That's a
maybe
lot.
180,000 at the end of the year.
That's a lot of grinding. How
And
many hours a day
then
are you playing Pokemon?
it depends. Depends on the event. If
Okay.
there's something I really want, I'll go out there 4 or 5 hours. But I'll split it up though. I'll go like 2 hours, and then I'll go,
Okay.
another 2 hours because service in my town sometimes gets a little sketchy.
Okay.
But yeah, I grind pretty hard, and like these spotlight hours, I'll get like 300 for in an hour, just quick catching everything. So
Hmm.
if you guys want to like really catch stuff, learn how to quick catch. And if you don't know how to do it, we'll probably go over it sometime on one of our podcasts,
Yeah, I
or
think
I'll
you
do it
plug
on
your
my Twitch
phone up
channel.
and just do it live one day for us. Well, you do catch some stuff on your stream. But yeah, maybe it could be like a whole
Yeah.
section or something.
Well, I mean, there's videos out there
Yeah.
that go over like every little thing that you can do to quick catch.
You know what?
But
Screw those videos. They want to see Yin and Yang podcast do it. All right.
well, maybe it's something we can do.
Yep. Yep.
Maybe it's a video that we could produce somehow.
All right.
So okay, so catching Pokemon is second. I was never into holding gyms or PvP. It's only recently that I got into both.
Okay.
One, because holding gym because I needed to, because in order to get to level 50, you have to have 37, what is it, 35 or 37, something like that, platinum badges. So
Okay.
I had to start holding gyms, feeding berries, battling, doing a bunch of raids. I had to get those platinum badges. So holding gyms, I do it daily now. I mean, I try to get my 50 coins. Um, I have people in my raid group who all they do is hold gyms. So uh, it's really easy just to put something in there and then it stays there for quite a while. Uh, PvP, I started doing that more regularly this
Okay.
season. I wanted to see like what I can do. Our friend Ryan has really been helping me out with setting teams and everything, and we have some other people that I've met in in the Discord for my Twitch that have
Okay.
helped me build teams and coached. But yeah, so I would say probably PvP is third and holding gyms is four. And that could change. I mean, I might feel the need to battle gyms and get that platinum badge, or try to
Okay.
get all the platinum badges.
Do you really seek
So
out like the badges or pay attention to them a lot? Do they hold like a significance for you, or is it like kind of like I'm not doing anything, or I'm close to this one, let me go for it? Or are you actively tracking and going after badges?
it's just kind of like, oh, let's see, like how much do I need here, or what do I need to do
Okay.
here? Like, if it's something that's a reasonable goal, I'll go do it.
Uh,
Um, like I had all the catching platinum badges before they even came out. You know what I mean? When platinum badges rolled in,
okay.
like everything was platinum for me. So that was just because I caught everything. So it's kind of funny seeing like people from who are day one players just trying to still trying to fill those badges. I mean, I don't know if you're still trying to get all your platinum badges for catching, but
I don't even look at the badge section. Like things pop. So there's a lot of games that are similar to Pokemon to me that have like the same elements, kind of like the loot and catch and grind and do different things. And so like I feel like the developer sets those things up, and like you should accidentally cross those thresholds. And there's some of them that you need to actively track. But like with Pokemon, I don't look at it. I just things pop, things happen, and as I go through it or I'm grinding through a quest, I'll unlock something. But I'm not tracking them at all, or I don't hardly pay attention to it. If you guys bring it up, I'll go and look at mine and be like, oh yeah, I do have that, and that's kind of how it happens with me. But just there's so many other things to track and be crazy about in Pokemon. That's like one of the least things I'm worried about. I'm trying to get these shinies right here.
well, it's kind of weird that you say that because you're a gamer, and
Yeah.
achievements are a part of gaming. So,
Achievements
like, I
are
mean, you
or
play
beating
Destiny.
or beating the crap out of other people. So like PvP was it for me. Like if I can smash this guy or have like a decent KD, then that's enough for me. But like unlocking the achievements like in Xbox now, I never really tracked my achievements. Like I'll never get platinum because I'm not playing the game for the gameplay. I'm playing the game for the PvP side. So beating people was
Mm.
always like what I enjoyed the most. Like the challenge of trying to defeat another person instead of the computer. Okay.
Okay, no, that makes a lot of sense.
So we have our next section, which are first, sort of like a rapid fire type thing. So I'll ask you these things instead of just answering them first. I want you to go through it as quickly as possible. So what was your first shiny, your first hundo, and your first legendary raid? Go.
First shiny was Baneri, because I started in April. My
Okay.
first hundo was a Stunky, and I hatched it from a egg from San Francisco. And my first legendary raid was Cresselia, and I was at the Monterey Bay Aquarium, and that gym just filled up real quick, and we were so happy that we were able to do it. Like me and my wife, because we hadn't done a legendary raid because we were never found anyone to be able to do them with. So it was really exciting for us.
Hmm.
And then,
Uh,
what about you? What was your first shiny hundo and legendary raid?
I have to look at my phone because I always forget. This particular Pokemon has no value. Well, he's cool. It's the Aggron was my first shiny, and I don't know why of all the Pokemon, and that happened in 2018. So I didn't even realize what a shiny was. He just looked different, but I didn't really pay any attention to him. My first hundo was a Magikarp, so I got two of them, like one right after the other. I don't know what was going on at that time, but I got two Magikarps, and both of them turned out to be hundos. And then Legendary Raid, I always get this wrong, and you were making fun of me. What was it? It was Ho-Oh or what? Oho or whatever it is. Let me see.
Oh,
Yeah, that was my first one, and it happened downstairs at my job. Bunch of people. So I participated in other legendary raids, but that was the first one that I actually caught. So he always, whenever it comes around, I always join that raid, and I, actively try to get shinies and whatever, because it was a good memory. My first one that I ever caught, and they always seemed so hard to catch. When I was like a level 20 or 25 or whatever, I could not catch anything. Like Mew ran from me a bunch of times, and I just gave up and never had one until now. All right, enough of my sad stories about not being able to catch Mew. Have you ever had a shiny run away? Have you ever had a Hundo legendary run away? Do you have a favorite Pokemon? What shiny Pokemon are you still looking for? And then after that, we'll get into the major topic that you wanted to talk about. So, do you remember all those, or do you want me to give them to you one at a time?
um, I have them down here,
All right.
so I can go through them. Like, have I ever had a shiny run away? Yes, I have. It was Ralt's Community Day, and it was August 3rd, 2019. And I thought everything like shinies were a guaranteed catch.
Uh huh.
They are not. especially in the wild. Legendaries are guaranteed.
All right.
Just not shinies because I mean, honestly, I probably have had other shinies run away from me,
Uh huh.
but I don't know because I quick catch everything, so I don't really keep track. Especially now, like with community days, I just quick catch everything, and we end up with like 70 shinies. So there probably were some that I missed, but let's see. Have I ever had a Hundo legendary run away? No, I have not. My highest though that ran away was the Ho, which was a 98, and I was so mad. I was so mad. I threw a fit, and it
What? I
wasn't
didn't know
good.
that. That's what ran away from you. Okay.
Yeah, it was a Ho ran away from me. It was a 98. It was yeah. It was. I threw a fit. Yeah, my wife wasn't happy with me. I remember that.
All right.
Let's see. My favorite Pokemon is Larvitar, and I actually have this kind of a Lego Tyranitar that I built. Uh, that my friends Ash and Lindsay gave me for Christmas.
Wait, his real name is
Uh,
Ash?
his real name is Ash.
You got to be kidding me. That's crazy.
He doesn't catch them all though, so
Okay.
let's just put it that way. Um, my other favorite is Rayquaza. I mean, I guess a lot of people's favorite
Ooh,
Pokemon is Rayquaza because the
it's a
shiny
good
is
looking
so nice. It's
Pokemon.
black.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sharp.
Um, one of my favorite shinies though is the Yanma. I love that color. It's Seahawks colors. I love it.
Hmm.
Um, and then also like Voltorb, the blue, the white and blue.
Yeah, that's a sharp
That's
looking Pokemon.
so nice.
Well, I've
Yeah,
always heard that the creators were lazy because they just made a Pokeball with a face.
pretty much. If you
Yeah.
look at it, that's what it is.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the creators are lazy in general because look at what some of the shinies look like. They're just lighter
Yeah.
colors or darker. I
Yeah.
mean, it's. Let's see. What shiny Pokemon are you still looking for? I have a small list here. Uh, I am looking. I've been wanting an Alolan Geodude, and I have not gotten one. I've
Really?
done the eggs. The event where it was out in the wild. I tried to get one. I didn't. Um,
I
so
thought you
that's one that
traded for
I
one or something like that. Or you don't want a traded one. You want one. You want to actually catch one yourself.
I want to catch it, but I'm not. I'm not like I need to like.
Okay.
I'm not against trading for it, but
Okay.
no one ever has it.
Well, I think I
So,
may have one that I'm willing to trade. We can talk later.
oh man, now you tell me.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny. So Alolan Geodude, Snorlax. I mean, Snorlax was only out for what Kanto event, and they haven't brought it back, right?
Which one?
Um,
Yep.
Snorlax.
Yeah. What was the catch rate on the Snorlax? Like zero point
Mm,
zero zero
a lot of
one
people got
percent.
them from the researches. A lot of people got them from the
Okay.
researches. And let's see, they were in the wild, but I know people. I knew one. I know one person in my area who got it, and in our raid group.
Well, a lot of people were complaining, and
Uh,
then Ryan just sent the message. He says, "Yeah, best shinies are the ones that are drastically different. That are
I agree.
drastically distant. Yeah." And then he says, "Yeah, about 0% people got it." Very true.
Yeah, I mean it's like Paris. It was only available during that event, and it hasn't been back since.
Hmm.
So, I mean, they brought back Spiro a little bit. It was in the wild, but not too much. But then I'm missing Pharaoh Seed, and then the elusive Dino or Dino. I don't have a green one.
Ooh,
Um,
those are hard to get.
but
And I'm
Yeah,
surprised you don't
but
have one of all people.
I don't. It's hard. Like the rate is just to get it is just to like from those 12-kilometer eggs,
Uh,
just to hatch a regular dino is like 2% or something like that. So just 2%, and then you add the shiny on top of it. So it's nearly impossible.
yeah.
So you have to be extremely lucky to get that. I mean, they're not even in the wild anymore. They used to be in the wild. Like you could come across a random one here and there, and that used to be nice, but not so much anymore. Um, but the most elusive, the shiny that is probably the rarest in the game is that
Uh,
the Pikachu Libre,
a shiny Pikachu Libre?
because
Yeah.
you
You
have
want
to
one of
like
those?
I don't have it, but you have to hit Legend in
Right.
order to have a chance at it, and you can only have
Right.
one chance for the season.
Yeah.
So
But you have a
I can only
Pikachu
imagine
Libre,
that's going
right?
as two. I have one,
Okay.
but not from this season. I have it from the season before they made all the changes, where it
Okay.
was easy to get the level 10.
Oh,
So
okay.
I have one from there, and that's the only reason I did PvP during that time is because I wanted it. I wanted at least one Pikachu
Yeah.
Libre. So, um, I believe that was it. So now it's your turn to go through these.
My list is going to be much shorter, and you're going to find out why I'm a casual player. So, do you have what was it? Have you ever had a shiny run away? Nope. Whenever I see a shiny, I go extra slow. I spin that ball up. I give them fruits. I do whatever it takes to make sure I catch that shiny because I'm always afraid. But I didn't know it was so easy to catch shinies in general, but they still can run, which is a new discovery. I didn't know that, but I'm usually real cautious with it. Have you ever had a hundo legendary run away? All the time. They run away from me all the time. I stopped getting upset. I was at one point I started watching videos on how to catch better, and I'm waiting until they go through their animation, and I'm shrinking the ball and I'm throwing it, and then everyone else in the raid group, they're finishing way before me, and I'm the last one, and kids are finishing before me, and I'm like, this is nonsense. I'm just flicking it, and if he goes, he goes. I'll just raid later and catch him. So I'm not as worried anymore. But yeah, tons of legendaries ran away from me. Do you have a favorite Pokemon? I have two favorite Pokemon. Lapras was one of like the first Pokemon that I got, and I love that Pokemon. And I leveled him up, and I've been working with him. And as soon as he came back to raids, I grinded super hard, and that was my first Shundo that I ever got. So I absolutely love Lapras, and then Mewtwo was like my white whale, like my Moby Dick. I had to have him, and as soon as he came into raids, all I did was raided. And at one point, I didn't think I'd get any shinies. They finally start coming through. Sean, that's in chat, traded shiny for me, and I got a lucky shiny Mewtwo. So shout out to him. And yeah, those two would be like my top two Pokemon. It would be Mewtwo and Lapras. And then what shiny Pokemon are you still looking for? Mr. Two Shiny Lapras. Yeah, that's true, Ryan. No, well, I don't have a lot of shinies to brag about, so yeah, that's my only thing that I can't really speak about. And then, is there any shinies that I'm looking for? I didn't create a list, or I'm slowly but surely using tech and streaming to get over my FOMO. So like, there's some shinies that I don't have or I haven't found, like Tyranitar. I wanted a shiny, and Dragonite. I wanted that shiny, and I still haven't got it. And they're abundant in the wild, and I'm not getting them, but I'm not as worried about getting them. I feel like I can trade them with one of the guys. You might have one. So that FOMO is slowly starting to fade away for me, but those are some of the ones that I'd still be interested in. And I think
Yeah, I
that's
mean, I have a bunch of stuff that I could trade you, so don't have to worry about that. Bunch of shinies.
all right. And the guys, all you guys have been really nice. I think the Pokemon Go community is like one of the nicest communities. Like, everyone says please and thank you, and like, if I don't have something, someone's still willing to trade it to me. And I don't know, it's been a really cool experience. The kind of community aspect, and everyone kind of getting together and, oh, you haven't gotten this, let's go ahead and raid some more until you get it. So like I'm not as worried because of all the positivity and the community aspect. I swear it's total compared to like some of the other games I play. Everyone's fighting in that game and hates each other, and then a totally different vibe in the Pokemon Go space. Like everyone's cool and getting along, and very respectful. So it's different. So this is the big topic, and so I'll go ahead and blow you up right now, and zoom in. Let's talk about your level 50 grind, what you did to get there, the steps that it took. Kind of walk us through, give us dates, times, and some of the hardest parts of this grind for you. And because there's not a lot of people that are level 50. Do you know like the percent of people that have actually made it to that point?
I don't know because one, we don't know. Like, there's so many different numbers on how many people play the game, right?
Uh huh.
So we don't even know how many people actually play.
You see what Ryan's
He
saying in
said,
chat? Yeah, I'm not laughing
yeah, I
at
see
what you're
right
saying.
there.
He's trying to trade my stuff away. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that. All right, so continue. Sorry
Oh,
about that.
oh, no problem. Before I go into that though, I have something to piggyback off of you saying that hundos run away from you all the time, and
Uh
that you
huh.
had to watch videos and stuff to
Uh
learn how
huh.
to catch. We have someone in my Discord in my area, not my Discord, my local Discord,
Uh huh.
who could not catch a legendary shiny from a raid. It
Oh
ran
wow. Oh, that sucks.
because
Hey, I feel
they
sad for
didn't know
that
how to hit
person.
it.
Ah,
But yeah, it was pretty bad. Like, I couldn't.
hey,
We were
let's
there to
let's
watch
send
it.
love to that person. Okay. Good luck next time.
Seriously. Well, I had to mention to them that maybe they should watch videos to help them with their catching.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, I'll be honest, I did too. I mean, I
Yep.
had to, like, my wife taught me how to do a curveball, and then from there I had to learn about the circle and everything and how to catch. So we all have to go through it, but it was just something that I remember, and
Hey,
it's
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. Maybe your wife can be our first guest, or maybe, she might fill in for you one of these days. It sounds like she's a pretty solid Pokemon player. She'd be like someone that we talk
she
to
is when she wants to
first.
play.
Hey, don't call her out on stream.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, she was
Uh-huh.
into it a lot, and then
Right.
other things happen, other hobbies come into play. So
Right.
maybe she'll get back into it. Maybe Gibble Community Day, she'll come back and play.
I'm
We'll
excited
see.
about that. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so the level 50 grind. So
Talk about it,
obviously
Kyle. Talk about
that
it.
you can see that I just hit 2 years playing a month ago, right? It's been like 2 years in a month. And if you saw my stream on my anniversary, it was right before Community Day for Snivy, right? Was it Snivy Community Day on that Sunday? But Saturday I was doing my sets on stream and I just got drunk. But yeah, other than
That
that,
was a good stream, man. Don't take anything away from it. It was a celebration, and we had a great time with you.
that was a fun time. Um, so the real grind. Okay, so I started in April 2019. I hit level 40 in 3 months, I believe. 3 or 4 months, because it was August I hit it. It was during Rayquaza. Rayquaza was in raids, and I uh, I was doing a bunch of raids, and people were all about it. So I hit level 40, and then I wasn't really playing too hard. Like, I wasn't you know catching a lot of stuff. I was just shiny checking, and
Okay.
that's what happened for the rest of 2019. But then going into 2020, I decided that I wanted to do something different. I wanted to play a little bit harder. I wanted to see what my catch total can get up to. I wanted to build up Stardust. I wanted to be able to power up a lot of stuff. Um, what I'm known for is doing raids. You know what I mean? Like 2-personing a raid, or I even soloed a raid, Genesec.
Oh yeah, I saw videos
But
of
that's
that. That
because
was really cool.
I have those videos, so maybe I can share that video sometime on stream
Mm-hmm.
on our podcast.
Yep.
Um, so level 50 was introduced. Was They started talking about it in the summertime before GoFest, and
Uh-huh.
then they were like, "Oh yeah, it was rumors that we'll be able to level up, go up to level 50." So I was like, "Okay, that's kind of cool. I wonder when that's going to roll out." It rolled out in Australia, November 23rd, I believe. I think it was either that week or the 16th. It was I don't know if it was 1 week or 2 weeks. They rolled it out for them to a beta test. But I was like, "Oh, cool! This is going to come into the game pretty soon." And then it was November 30th that the rest of the world was able to start doing or going up levels. So November 30th, I hit level 41. I did all the requirements that first day. Then I'm on December 1st, I hit level 42.
Wait, you
I
had
hit level
mentioned
43.
something about your XP being way higher than like the cap, or how much past the level was your XP at that time when they raised it?
Okay, so going into the levels,
Uh huh.
I had enough XP to get to level 47.
Damn.
So
That's crazy.
that was right at 100 million. I think you needed 100 million to hit level 47. So I
Wow.
was right there, or maybe I was a little bit higher. I think I was a little bit higher. And then so I kept like hitting levels. Like level 42 was a day later, and then level 43 was a day after that, December 2nd. Level 44, I got done on December 3rd, and then level 45, I got done. I was done with it on the 8th, but I believe 44 to 45. I don't know if it was 44 to 45 or 45 to 46, where you needed to do the rocket grunts. So that took a lot of time. That took 5 days of just grinding rocket grunts and leaders, because I did not want to buy the passes, even though I think I bought maybe not passes, but the radars, rocket radars. I bought a couple at the end because I was like, oh, let's just get this done. But I needed the rocket grunts badge too to help me along the way. So I hit the 2,000 rocket grunts during that period to get the platinum badge. Um, and then I hit level 45 on December 8th. I hit level 46 on December 14th. And then I hit level 47 the same day because the tasks were easy. It was like research tasks. Um, but then I didn't hit level 48 until February 8th, because you had to wait 8 weeks. You had to have 8 weeks of 25 kilometers walked per week. So there was 2 months where I used to grind and get all the XP I could. It was nice that Niantic did the 2 times XP for raids and for catches during the month of December. I remember the raid XP was double for 3 days, so we did a lot of those raids, even though it was Curum, which is terrible, but we did them. I have a great raid group that helped me along the way to get this XP. And then so I hit 48 on February 8th. I hit 49 on February 14th. So the reason why it took a week is because you had to send 500 gifts out, and you can only send out 100 per day. But this is when you can only have 200 people on your friends list. Now it's 400. But yeah, I mean, not everyone opens their gifts, so I mean, I'm guilty of it. I just usually just send gifts out.
Everybody, Kyle's trying to call me out. I opened up all the gifts he sent me today, just in case. So, continue. Sorry.
I'm not trying to call you out because I don't open everyone's gifts either. So, um,
All
so yeah, I
right.
hit level 49 on February 14th, and then as soon as I hit 49, I hit level 50 the next day, the next afternoon, I believe. Uh, Level 50 was hard, or the quest the last level was hard because you had to do 999 excellent throws, and the raid boss at the time were Latios and Latias, so they had really small excellent uh, circles. So I didn't even bother doing them because I have the shinies already. So everything I caught was in the wild. So I caught a lot of Pokemon in that day. I think I caught close to 1,500 Pokemon because
That's a
you don't
lot.
throw excellence on everything, right?
Right.
But I was able to learn how to throw excellence on Weedles and all kinds of other ones that have small circles. And now that helps me so much because I throw so many excellent throws, and it's like second nature now. But yeah, so that was my grind to level 50. I mean, there was a lot of raids we did. Um, Giratina Origin Form, I believe I did 300 plus of those raids. I forgot what else was. Heatran were in raids for some reason, like 4 or 5 times, it seems like. But I got a bunch of those shinies. I got all the legendary birds.
You mean Fire Frog?
Yeah, the fire frog. So, like, Articuno, I got a bunch of shinies. Zapdos, a bunch of shinies. Moltres, a bunch of shinies. So, I have pretty much all the legendary shinies that are available. So, if anyone needs to trade, or anyone wants to become a friend, I can give you my friend code. That's not a problem. I mean, you have 400 slots now. But yeah, that's pretty much my grind to 50. It was rough, but if you want to do it, go do it. I mean, you don't get anything special. I mean, you do get quests along the way. Like there's a level 43 quest, there's a level 45 quest, a level 47, and then there's a level 50 quest. Or is there a 49? I can't remember. I did all of them already. So, yeah, there's extra stuff that you get for hitting certain levels. At the end of level 50, that quest, you get a Mewtwo encounter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it can be shiny in that, but not guaranteed. So yeah, so that was my grind to level 50.
So I guess my question
And
to
the
you,
grind,
after all of that, what does it mean to you to be a level 50 player? Do you, do you still look forward to doing things? Are you still having fun with the game? Are some of the new quests, are they still fun to you? Do you feel accomplished? How do you feel overall about finally making it to level 50?
honestly, it was kind of like, it wasn't really a big deal,
Right.
but I didn't make it out to like a huge deal, but it was a big deal. I mean, it takes a lot of
Right.
time, like, to do this. If you really want to do something, like, you go do it. And
Get it done.
you know, yeah, now that I am at the highest level, like, I do want to improve my XP and my catch total and everything. My raids. I'm getting close to 5,000 raids, legendary raids now.
You need to improve your
But
XP. Am I seeing things? 230 million. How do you improve on that? Where do you go from here? Are you just gonna like mentally or XP preparing for level 60 in 4 years.
Well, I mean, I take advantage of different events. I mean, I don't just raid. I don't raid stuff to raid stuff. Like so, like when the like Tornadus and everything was out, they're not shiny, so I'm not gonna go for them. Like, but once they became shiny, I was like, okay, let me go get some shinies. And then once I got a few, then I'm like, all right, I don't need this anymore. Like, I don't need to do these raids.
Okay.
But the but the thing is, like, since I hit level 50, I wanted to see what else I could do in the game. So, like
Okay.
PvP, I started playing PvP, and that is a whole new world. I'll tell you that. I mean, like, I have stuff in my bag that I never thought that I would have. It's crazy. Like, I never thought that I'd be using like fighting something with an Altaria. You know what I mean? And that's coming up as a community day.
Yep.
Or like I would never have known that like Galarian Stunfisk was so good. You know what I mean? Like there's
Hate
things that I
Stunfisk.
never do in the game that like it seems so marginal and then it's really good. Or it's
Right.
like this is tanky. Like I would never think that Umbreon and it was like, dude, I can't kill that thing.
Oh man.
But
I
it's so
I
much
think
strategy. So I'm learning that right now. Hopefully I'm
I
gonna hit veteran at least this season.
I feel like that's what every game, every kind of like looter shooter, and Pokemon kind of falls in that category where it makes you collect crap on purpose that is, secretly useful in just this one weird little way, and I don't know, it adds to your bag being super full and you need to buy more storage and do this or do that, and that's why Stunfisk is a thing. It makes no sense why a flat piece of earth should be that devastating in PvP, but it is. So and I hate
Yeah,
Stunfisk with a passion.
that's one of my go-tos on one
Oh
of my
really?
teams in Ultra.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, especially because I could excel it now. Get
Oh
the XL
nice.
candies.
Yep, that added a whole new layer to making things extra powerful that shouldn't even have that type of, I don't know, that strength.
Yeah,
um
and I mean, I kind of wish I would have started playing PvP the season before
uh
or 2 seasons ago when there weren't XLs, so then I could play the game without having to like really build stuff. Like I would have to just like learn what's there. You know what I mean? Like and just have to keep an eye on like what moves change and whatnot. But now with XL, that's a whole new beast. That changes
right.
everything. Like and then you know what happened with that? It exposed spoofers. It really did because the people who came into that
Yeah,
came into that league
they did.
that season with XLs already.
Yep.
Oh man, it was like, how did they have that already? I mean, that doesn't nest, and you know how do they get these spawns? So it was it was kind of funny. But Ryan redeemed a name a shiny for me. What shiny do you want to for me to name? Um, but yeah, like PvP is has been a lot of fun, a
Yep.
lot of ups and downs for sure. I'm still learning, obviously, but you know, like I said, I have a lot of people helping me along the way.
I think Ryan made a good point earlier. He said depth of this phone tap game is crazy. So it's like a crazy elusive game of rock paper scissors that branches down all these different paths, and I don't know, like the minute you think you get a handle on this is a winning team, this is what it is, the moveset changes, new players come into the game, new Pokemon are available, and it's forever evolving and changing, and I think that's what makes it fun. I haven't done much PvP over the last month, but when I was doing it a lot, like every day I would max out, finish my sets like by noon or something like that, and it was something that I look forward to, trying to outsmart the next guy or getting a win. And it's like, if I play at 6 a.m. versus 8 a.m., what set of players do I get? So I even had my timing down of who I could play against, and what was the optimal time to play where I'd get the most wins with whatever characters I had at the time. So Did you want to talk a little bit about the upcoming events? I can switch out to that other screen and we can look at what's on Leak Duck really quickly.
Yeah, we could talk. We could talk about upcoming events, and we could talk about the event going on right now.
All right. Let's see. Let's get to that Leak Duck. There we go. Oh crap! Something just
So
went
right now
off.
we have the Luminous Legends X event going on, and this is the second week of it. So the first week we had the challenge of catching 500 million fairy type Pokemon, and we got that done pretty quick. I mean, I wish they would have had a counter for us to see like how many we actually caught, kind of like they did with the raid counter for the other event, like when we did the 40 million raids. That would have been nice to see. I wanted to see like how much Pokemon people caught. You know what I mean? Because it's just going out and catching. um, so because we hit that mark, we unlocked shiny Galarian Ponyta, and we also have Pancham in raids. Then we also got 3 times catch XP. So that's been really helpful, like on the grind.
Mm-hmm.
And because Community Day is on Saturday, and it's Swablu, and the only thing that was going to be on there was quarter hatch distance. So because we unlocked the 3 times catch XP, that's going to go through Community Day as well. So it goes all the way till Monday. So
Okay.
that's something to look forward to.
Man, I can't
Besides
even
trying to
find it.
catch.
Is it on
So
this page?
yeah, you're right. You're there.
Okay.
So we're not going to really talk too much about the event because it's going on now and it's almost done.
Right.
It's going to be
Right.
done on Monday, and then we're going to start a new event. But one of the draws for this event was the Gibble. Like it was going to be in eggs, and it's going to have some research tasks. But they decided to make Gibble the Community Day in June, which is awesome. I am excited for that, especially because we have Mega Garchomp coming out hopefully pretty soon. Hopefully they do the
Yep.
same thing what they're doing with Mega Altaria, because after Community Day on Saturday, Mega Altaria is going to be released for raids. That's just going to be a Pokédex entry pretty much because the stats are horrible. I was looking at them, horrible. But during this time right now, you have some spawns. If you go up, can you go up a little
Okay.
bit?
Yep. And can I say quickly that I hate Gibble and love him at the same time?
Okay, leave it right there.
Okay. Gibble is a
Okay.
dragon, but he looks like a shark. Why is that?
Yeah, he does look like a shark.
Yep. Street shark.
Um, so as you can, as our viewers can see, in eggs we had Cleffa, Igglybuff, Azurill, Gibble, Spritzy, and Swirlix in the eggs. But then you also are able to, if you finish the quest, you got a Rainy Lure module, which attracts water, bug, and electric type Pokemon. So if you finish the quest, then you get all that stuff. Plus, you also get another Rocket Radar as well.
Excuse me.
A Super Rocket Radar for Giovanni to get the Shadow Legendary. But also during this time, Bagon and Dratini have been spawning a lot, and you can get their moves. You can get Draco Meteor on Dragonite, and then Outrage on Salamence. Make sure you take advantage of the Salamence getting Outrage because Draco Meteor is horrible. So I wouldn't worry about getting Draco Meteor on your Dragonite. It's better with Outrage, in my opinion. And that's a move you can get already. And then, we had a lot of fairy types. Swirlix and Spritzy are both fairy type Pokemon. And Clefairy and Ralts and Snubbull. But then we also had Gumi appearing as well for the first time, and that's the spawn that is more rare than others. But I've seen quite a few of them. I don't know about
Okay.
you, but I've seen quite a few.
I got my first one today, but I see them in different areas, but I haven't walked over to any of the stops to catch them just yet. But I did catch my first one today. Have you caught a lot?
I think I've seen like 45 or 50 of them. I've caught all of them, obviously.
All right.
And then I got one today that was a rank 24 in Ultra League.
Okay.
So
That's pretty cool.
hopefully that works out. I mean, Gudra, which is the final evolution of Gumi,
Uh huh.
is good in PvP. So it's ranked what 11, I believe, in Ultra League, and then people have been using it in Masters, which is kind of funny because someone had a level 50 already, and I don't know how you did that.
Oh, we know how he did
But
that.
oh yeah, we know how he did that. But
Yeah.
yeah, but Xerneas was in raids, so we did a bunch of those.
Okay.
We wanted to try to get the rainbow deer guy, so we did a
Did you
bunch
get
of
a
raids. I
hundo?
don't know if I did it. I got 298s, and
Okay.
I can't even. I don't even know how many I saw. I have enough XL candy to max one out if I wanted to, but I'm gonna wait for them to bring out the shiny because the shiny has a white body instead of the black body that's on there.
Okay.
That's on the, so it looks pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that's going on with the event right now. There's good spawns. I have enough XL candy to max out my Dragonite if I want to. I'm getting close to having enough XL for my Gilbert already, even though I know I'm going to get enough XL during Community Day in June.
Right.
Um, oh, and I was able to max out my Tyranitar to level 50 today, my
Oh,
Hundo
nice.
Tyranitar.
Oh, nice.
So I have a Hundo Tyranitar with Smackdown and Stone Edge on it.
Hey, hey, what's up, Relish? Thanks for
So I'm
joining. And then one of my buddies side messaging me and saying that the water that I'm drinking is gin and juice. So you see me laughing randomly. It's because a lot of people have come out to support and they're teasing us as the podcast is going on. So that's what's going on in the background.
is that
Um,
why you're so laid back?
no, I needed to be focused for this so I can control the switches and things around here. So I'm pretty focused tonight. But come Friday night, it's on. Um,
So yeah, this is all that's been going on in the event
okay.
recently, and then right now for PvP, you have um, Master XL, Master Classic, and uh, Master League regular, and then you also have Retro Cup. I've been playing
Oh,
Retro
nice.
Cup and been doing pretty well. I've been using a a Lowland Graveler with Rock Throw, and it
Oh,
just
nice.
shreds through a lot of these ice types who are usually the leads. So been doing pretty well. Um, the shiny Ponyta. Let's talk about that.
Um,
Uh,
well, first, thanks, Relish, for liking the layout, and Vader, you have my heart, and then the shiny Ponyta. Um, I don't know. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to kick it off? I don't want it to make it sound like I'm some type of brony, right? It's like I like it. I like the Pokemon. It has a special place with me, but I'm not like super crazy over it. So like as a kid, who didn't watch like the Hanna Barbera I guess network? You'd have like He-Man, She-Ra, My Little Pony, plus a bunch of random things. And so every time I see this Pokemon that looks like something from My Little Pony, I get a little hype. Excuse me. But when the shiny came out, I was a little excited, and I invited you to a raid. You got it right away. I had backed out to so I can grab some of the other guys. Never got back in, and then the next day, my first raid, I got one like without trying very hard. So I don't know if they're dropping more frequently, but I got one, and you got one, and I was pretty happy about it. Okay, I'm not mad. A little happy.
yeah, I got mine from your invite while I was streaming.
Hmm.
So that was the third shiny I've ever gotten on stream, and
Right.
the chat just went nuts. They went wild because it was crazy. It was like, no way, first raid,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep. I
and
saw
that never
that.
happens to me with 1-star raids.
Yeah. One person was
And I
like,
haven't gotten another one since.
"Well, we just gotta do more raids on stream. We got to get that going." Do you want to talk
Yeah, we
about
do. We're gonna have to do that.
the upcoming event? I'm looking forward to that new black and red bird. I don't know his name. That's the casual in me, but I'll find out once I'm doing it. So you said go up to
So yeah,
events, right?
yeah, and then go down and then look for the
Lum-
Luminous Y event.
Luminous Y. Yeah, that's a sharp. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
so
make
this is
it.
the first part.
Yeah, I want to incorporate this into our like somewhere in the theme or something like this. This one looks good. I like the design.
So I heard it's pronounced Evital,
Ooh, Evital. Okay.
Evital.
All right.
So it's flying and dark, legendary. It looks sweet. It looks really
Yeah.
cool. I wonder what
Yep.
the shiny looks like. We're gonna have to look up what the shiny looks like. But that's gonna be coming into raids on Tuesday, the 18th, and it's gonna be there for 2 weeks. And I believe you only need like 3 people to do them.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of like a Xerneas right now.
Okay.
So that's the one for the raids that you clicked on.
Okay.
Just the raid. You gotta click on the next one, and that's for the Luminous Y event.
What's the next one?
So
Oh, something up here?
you gotta go back to the
Okay.
last screen, and then go down
Oh, okay.
to click on the event.
Okay, got it. Got it. Sorry.
So as you can see, Sylveon is on that list. So go back up a little bit.
Yep.
They haven't announced everything that's going to go into the event because it doesn't start until next week. But Sylveon will be in the second part of the event,
Uh-huh.
and that's if we. Well, I don't know if it's if we. It'll be part of the second event. But the challenge that we have, the global challenge we have, is we have to battle and win 25 million rocket grunts as a collective community. Which the rocket grunts will be out more frequently, so it shouldn't be that hard. If you're into PvP, you should do all of these you can because there are certain ones that are really good. And even like some of like the like Shadow Swinub, like Shadow Mamoswine is a beast. So if you can get a good one, try to
Mm-hmm.
get those ones. It's beat it into the ground of ones. Um, then you have a lot of the water ones. You have some like like Poliwags. You get Shadow Poliwag, which is nice. Um, but yeah, if we do the 25 million in the second week, we're gonna unlock Valerian Zigzagoon, which is really sweet looking. If you see it on that picture right there,
Yeah.
it's red, white, and blue. So it
I'm a big
looks
fan.
pretty
Yeah, I'm
sweet.
I'm definitely gonna go for that one. Do you personally think like we're actually hitting these community goals? Are you actively getting out there and doing more than you did last week to hit these goals? Or are you just playing as is based off of whatever's available?
I mean, I'm just playing off of what's available because
Okay.
if you think about it, everyone gets a balloon they actually changed that up too right now where it's every 4 hours instead of the 6.
Okay.
So you don't even need to leave your house to do the grunts if you don't want to. And if there are many people as they say play, all everyone needs to do is once because they say there's something like 30 to 40 million Pokemon Go players out there, casual players. So you
Okay.
don't even need to do like go all crazy with it because there's not going to be a personal counter like they should have. I think they should have that so you can see like who's doing their part. But
Yeah, like they did with the
you
last
know,
event,
like
right? That was really cool. Like you can see the total amounts of raids your friends did, and that was interesting. And that was like its own little competitive thing amongst your friends.
yeah, I mean, especially on like my friends list, I had people doing like 400 raids. Like, like I got into the hundred, like low hundreds, and that was good. I
Wait,
was not gonna do that.
wait, you said nah to doing a 400 raids?
No, not to doing 400 raids the for Landorus. No, I wasn't about
Uh,
to do that, and it wasn't even shiny. It was the what's it called, the other form, the better form, but I wasn't about to do that. Yeah, people were going nuts. Some people were doing like 500, 600 raids. Like, dang. But if people want to do that, people want to do that. I mean, I can't really like knock someone for their gameplay.
well,
So
here's the call to action. So you just said that if everyone just does one balloon, we can probably hit the goal. So Relish just commented, I'm more of a casual when it comes to Pokemon Go, but mainline game, I'm all for that. So Relish, if you participate, if you help out, we can all hit our goal, and then maybe you can come back to Pokemon Go, and then you can raid with us whenever you get time. So
yeah, I mean, it's like all you have to do is that one balloon, because there's gonna be people who are gonna do a lot. Like I do grunts a lot because
yeah,
I like doing them.
yeah.
And plus I can get stuff that the 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 Stardust is nice from each one. You get 500 per, and
Mm-hmm.
then from the Rocket Leaders you get 1,000. So just for like that 1 or 2 minutes that you're sitting there doing it, you get 500 Stardust. So it's like the equivalent of catching 5 Pokemon. And then you get the 100 for catching it too. So you get 600 really. So I mean, so we have that, and then um, so Sylveon will be debuting in the second half. I'm not sure how. Like I didn't read this whole thing, but if you go down, it'll probably tell us like what's gonna happen. Uh, okay, so there's gonna be a quest. It looks like there's gonna be a quest for it,
Okay.
which is good. I mean, they haven't really shown the spawns that are gonna be. They have the two spawns, which were like Houndoom and was it Houndoom and Carvana they had on the flyer, or so there's gonna be more
Wait, are
dark
are you
types
are you
for the
reading
balloons.
this? There's a Galarian fairy tale that describes a beautiful Sylveon vanquishing a dreadful dragon Pokemon, making Sylveon the perfect Pokemon to appear at the end of a dark theme event. Wow. The story, right? Doesn't that get you hyped right
Yeah,
there?
yeah, especially because I have a good Eevee that I have a Hundo Eevee that I want to uh, have Sylveon as, like evolve it into Sylveon.
Do you have a shiny one? What happens if you involve that shiny one? Are you going to automatically get the shiny version of this new one?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
nice.
should be available.
Damn it. Wish I had a shiny. Ah, Sean,
Oh, I got
can you
you.
ask?
I have like 20 of them.
I was just gonna ask Steven, which is Sean's alternate account that trades everything to me. We have a running joke about that. All right. What else? What else did you want to talk about for this event? Did you want to talk about eggs or anything else, or you're ready to kind of move on?
We really don't know what's going to be in the event. Like, they haven't really uh put anything out yet, so we're really not going to know until Australia gets it first.
All right,
So
mate.
and then everything's going to be updated. They're still going to have like Spritzy, Swirlix, and Goomy, but if you look at the eggs, they're all trash. That's all the garbage right there.
What? Who was asking? Someone was asking for a Alohan Grimer recently, a shiny one. Was that Steven? Oh, look at that.
Oh, if you need that, I have that.
Yeah, I need a lot of things. Look at that. Dino's in there. Come on, man. There's your chance. I
Well,
have a
Dino's
good
always in
feeling.
there.
And it's in there
Dino's
again
always
as a
in there though.
shiny. They've
But
upped
it's
it. They've
always in there.
they've
So
increased the
I don't
chances.
see what the difference is. I, like It's always in there. It's always been in the 12Ks,
No.
12-kilometer eggs. But you know what comes up usually? The freaking
Well,
Volibee. That's what always comes up.
I get a lot of Absols and
I get a lot of
Scraggies,
Absols too.
but I really like
I get a lot of
Scraggle.
Scraggies in PvP.
Yeah, he's like a cholo to me. I love him. He's so good in PvP. He's like a sleeper hit or something. I don't know. All right,
Yeah.
that's enough for the news section. All right, let's go ahead and get back to our main screen. All right. So next up on our list of things to talk about, oh yeah, you wanted to talk a little bit about the Swablu Com Day coming up. Are you going to be participating Saturday, or do you have a bunch?
I already have a bunch of the shinies,
Okay.
but I would like to just at least get some more XL candy, and I want to take advantage of the 3 times catch XP.
Oh,
Swablu
nice.
is pretty easy to throw excellence on, so it should be easy to rack up a couple million XP, especially if for me if I grind hard. I'm going to try to get 4 million XP just on the event. That might even be low compared to like if I can do it. I mean, I'm not really expecting any shinies. I, I'm just going to grind it out as hard as I
Okay.
can, and that's about it. I mean, what about you?
Well, I thought it was a trash Pokemon, and then Ryan had a bunch of them, and I just ignored them. And then I started seeing them more and more in PvP, and then once encountering them and seeing how good they are, and then the shiny version with the little buddy tag on them. No, I'm grinding hard this weekend. So Saturday, my face is gonna hurt. I'm gonna play as long as it's going, and I'm gonna see how much I can get. So I'm in 100%. I was just asking to trade one of
Okay.
the guys for a shiny Swablu, and I held off because we had some new Pokemon coming in, and so I figured, I don't want to waste my lucky on, something that might come up again during the Com Day, and what do you know, it's back again. So I'm excited, and I'm definitely going to participate pretty hard.
Well, that's good because that goes into our next section, which is goals for the week between now and then the time we have our next show.
Right.
So, what are some goals, in-game goals that you want to have for yourself?
Hold on. I think I need something to get me thinking about my goals. Right? Let me turn that up a little
Oh
bit.
yeah.
I want to be the very best. I want to catch them all. I don't know. So I've been pretty casual, right, and kind of talking to you, and talking about your quest to level 50. I think some of the goals or some of the things that we talked about, you gave me a very, I guess, what I think would be a fair goal, which is to catch 1,000 Pokemon before the next podcast. You wanted me to hit at least 1 million XP. And what was the other one? And complete at least 10 raids, and that's easy. That's gonna happen immediately. It's to catch the 1,000 Pokemon. So I have a surprise for you. I was grinding today. I spent about an hour and a half, like just catching things, 2 hours, and so I'm gonna hit it. And when I update my name tag and my plate down there, it's gonna be beyond what you expected. So you better get ready. And I think
Oh,
having those goals,
all right.
I think having those goals are kind of what got you to level 50, and it's a good thing to kind of keep in the back of your head to keep you motivated sometimes. I guess FOMO can kick in sometimes, and you're missing out on certain things, but I guess stay on top of it. Set those miniature goals for yourself, and after you hit them, you feel a small sense of accomplishment, and you want to keep playing. The worst thing is for you to not get a Pokemon, not get this or not get that, and you kind of just throw the game to the side, because it's a fun game, lots of stuff to do. Do you have any goals?
So, my goals for the week. So, community goal. I think I already went over. I'm gonna catch at least 1,000. That's what I'm gonna do. Maybe up to 1,500. Depends on how good the spawns are.
Right.
And then during the week, I'm gonna at least try to get 5,000, 6,000 Pokemon caught during the week.
Hey, hold on a second. Ryan just redeemed take a shot on your stream. Are you where's are you gonna take a shot?
No, he didn't redeem take a shot. He redeemed name a shiny.
Oh, he just said Legend of he just typed it. Legend of Ryan redeemed take a shot. He's just typing stuff now randomly. Oh
So he
man,
did that
hold
on your
on.
stream.
Yeah. I don't have that yet, Ryan, but let me bring it up.
So
That's
yeah,
pretty
so
funny.
it's gonna be catch 5,000 to 6,000 during the week, and then raids.
5 or six
I know I'm gonna
thousand?
raid.
You say that so casually.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, depending on what's gonna be out as dark
Uh-huh.
types, might want to just to grind, but we'll see. I mean, it might be the like. Let's see if I can hit it, but if not, the following week will be better because the 3 times catch XP will come back if we hit the 25 million grunts. So
Okay.
that's gonna be another one. But yeah, I just want to get this catch total up. Like my biggest thing is I want to get my XP to 250 million, which is kind of funny right now because the screenshot we have right now of my stats
Uh-huh.
is not updated because I have like I already have more XP. I have like 3 million more
Wow.
than I sent to you, and that was like what 2 days ago.
Yep.
So yeah, those are my goals for the week, and we'll revisit these goals again at the start of the show.
Okay. I don't know. We talked about asking the viewers this question, or at least talking about it, but I think maybe it's something that we should save for the next podcast and just mention it. So the what we had on the list was what features would you like to see added to the game, and I think we all have our own opinions about things that we want to see, but I think it's I don't want to talk about it during the last couple minutes of the podcast because I think it's something that deserves more time. So if you see below, you'll see our email, Yinandyangpokemongo @gmail.com, and you'll see our IG. And then you'll also see Kyle's IG and his Twitter. And so if you guys get a second and you guys have some ideas of things that you guys want to see in the game in the future or things that you guys want us to talk about during the podcast, I think it'd be a really good topic. And I think it deserves its own section and good chunk of time to kind of talk about because as casual or hardcore players, we all have a list of things that we would love to see. And we know this game is a billion-dollar company that's making money hand over fist with raid passes and bag storage and all that stuff. And I think they have the bandwidth in the room to bring some of these improvements, especially since we need to figure out how to contact each other via other means instead of directly in the game. And I know children are involved and whatnot, but I think there's lots of room for improvement. And it's not going to be a segment where we're complaining or bitching about what's missing from the game, but it's a game that we all love and things that we think would be just life improvements overall in the game. So, what do you think, Kyle? Is there something specifically that you want to mention, or you want to hold off and talk about it later on a much broader scale or for a longer length of time?
Yeah, I mean that's something that I'd like to talk about on our next episode, and
Okay.
the question is just for people to just think about and give their opinion, and then we can share these opinions that they have on stream as well, so they can have a voice. Like we can have a section where it's like the mailbag section. So
Mailbag.
yeah, where we answer questions that maybe viewers have, and then they can chime in on what their opinions are of the question of the week.
All right. We reminded the viewers about our socials below. Okay, and then do you want to mention the podcast schedule? How often do you think we can do this?
So, life happens and everything. So we are going to try to do this once a week, every Thursday night at 7 p.m. PST.
Okay.
So that's the goal. And, like things do come up. It might be a challenge sometimes, but we'll try to do this once a week.
All right. And okay, so we are done, and we want to thank everyone for joining us. I want to thank you, Kyle, for kind of pushing me to do this. Not only did you think it was a good idea to kind of talk about Pokemon, but you said, I want you to get comfortable talking on stream. I want to help you grow your viewership. And so, I really appreciate the push, and that you had the mutual, like we had a mutual effort to kind of put this together. And so I think this was pretty good, and people showed up, and we had a good time, a couple of laughs, and I think we can only get better with time. And I appreciate everybody for kind of coming out. Even you, Dad. I know you're out there sending messages and laughing at me. I appreciate you too. Anything you want to say, Kyle?
I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and this is something that we've been wanting to do. We've been talking about, so just being able to have a platform to be able to do it on is very helpful. And please, take a look at our channels. Follow us. Like, if you're in my channel, go over to Mwest's channel and follow him, because he does other content as well besides Pokemon. So thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you next week.
All right, and we are out. Let's go.
Let's go.
I just like the theme music to play at the end. Thank you, bedbugs. Thank you.
I did my stream already.